your YouTube video script, remember to include specifics in your prompt. You'll need to consider your topic, any SEO-centric keywords, because YouTube delivers terrific search results too, then how you want your script to be drafted, a video title, description, tags, your video category, and what you'll want as your video thumbnail. Right, now let's look at a complex laddered prompt to get ourselves a YouTube script. Hello again and welcome back. In this lesson, I'll take you through utilizing ChatGPT to quickly create social media content. We'll tackle some of the most frequently required content with a demonstration of each. The aim, of course, is to get responses that meet your requirement and responses that are usable right away with minimal editing, if at all. Since you've likely got a hang of how to go about crafting prompts by now, I won't read through each prompt. I will, however, briefly point out the construct of each prompt so that you know what's being covered. I'll demonstrate these in ChatGPT, showing how the responses generated can meet your requirements. As always, at any point, if you need to, you can pause the video or play back portions of it. Now let's begin with a YouTube video script. Now, before you go about generating a script, you'll need to know what kind of videos your audience likes or requires. The most popular videos provide entertainment, like music, gaming content, or comedy skits. People also lap up educational content, like tutorials, product reviews, and even whiteboard videos. And then there are engagement videos, like AMAs or Ask Me Anything videos, and reaction videos which captivate audiences. After you've settled on your video format and theme for your YouTube video script, remember to include specifics in your prompt. You'll need to consider your topic, any SEO-centric keywords, because YouTube delivers terrific search results too, then how you want your script to be drafted, a video title, description, tags, your video category, and what you'll want as your video thumbnail. Right, now let's look at a complex laddered prompt to get ourselves a YouTube script. The first part of the prompt, who you are and what you want to achieve. Let me place this into ChatGPT and then continue. The second part covers the context. This includes the audience, any details about what they like, their interests, and any USPs or keywords that you'd like to have included in the response. Let me place this into ChatGPT and continue. After this, how should ChatGPT behave? This includes its specialization, response length, tone of voice, and degree of detailing amongst others. Let me place this in as well. Now, additional laddered instructions. This first one asks ChatGPT to provide a selection of suitable topics around the provided theme and then wait for a selection to be made. After this, there's a second instruction. This one is specific to the video script. It takes into account videography, footage, suggestions, sectioning and portioning of the video, a build-up, an end scene, and a call to action. Let me add this to the prompt. And finally, a third portion. This part of the prompt asks ChatGPT to generate a video title, a description, relevant hashtags, video tags, an end screen, and to suggest an attractive video thumbnail. Let me enter this portion. Here we go. ChatGPT has gone ahead and provided a number of topic suggestions, many of which seem to be very compelling. As instructed, ChatGPT has asked to select a topic or to let the model know if any further suggestions are needed. Scrolling through, this third one seems suitable. Let me select it. I asked ChatGPT to continue with this topic, and it's provided the draft of the script. The model started off with what the topic is and the objectives that have been considered. It's gone on to section the script by providing scenes, timestamps to consider for the length of each scene, what the visuals could be, and what the narrator who is being shot is speaking. The script covers various subtopics across scenes and then ends with a tight conclusion and a call to action. ChatGPT has also made suggestions on accompanying footages to consider and has finally asked if any refinements are required to the script. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to proceed with this script as it is. Let's go ahead. Once it's been developed and gone through edit, the YouTube video will require a few things for it to be uploaded to the platform. As required in the third laddered instruction, ChatGPT has provided a video title, a related description, relevant hashtags and video tags, suggestions on what to place on the end screen, and a suggestion on what to have as the thumbnail. All very comprehensive yet to the point, but most importantly, usable material. Since we're on videos, let's look at Reels and Shorts, both similar formats. Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts are snackable content formats. Some of the most popular kind of Reels include tutorials and how-tos, behind the scenes, showcasing of before and after transformations, educational content, and humor. YouTube Shorts are quite similar. The more popular types include entertainment, food and drink, gameplay clips, sports, crafting and DIY, and a number of other themes like education, music, and pet videos. Keep in mind, YouTube Shorts should be SEO optimized. You'll need to consider a number of items before you go about developing Reels or Shorts. Things like your theme, topic, length, which could be up to 90 seconds long for a Reel and 60 seconds for a YouTube Short, but ideally 30 to 45 seconds for either. Some of the things that include to both Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts include a resolution of 1080 pixels by 1920 pixels, which is a 9:16 screen ratio. While developing, consider future editing, things like filters, speed controls, and even AR effects. Also think in advance about your music and sound. Of course, you will need to consider the style and theme or the look you will maintain, and captions and hashtags to go along when you are posting. Remember, for Reels and Shorts, consider a compelling hook in the first few seconds to grab attention. Also, write a concise and engaging caption, and use relevant hashtags to increase discoverability. Right, let's look at a prompt structure for an Instagram Reel, which can be repurposed into a YouTube Short. In the first portion of the prompt, who you are, what you want to achieve. Let me go ahead and place this into ChatGPT. The second portion of the prompt is all audience related. I'm keeping the audience consistent across all the content being developed. Let me go ahead and put this into ChatGPT. The next part of the prompt, how ChatGPT should respond. I'm keeping most of this consistent as well. So let me go ahead and add this to the rest of the prompt. Then there are a few laddered instructions. The first of which is to generate 10 suitable content topics. Nothing complicated here, so let me go ahead and add this. The second instruction is related to the manner in which the content is formatted. This includes aspects like the length, sectioning of the script scene by scene, the need for a compelling hook, a relevant call to action, and a response separate for a reel followed by a story edit and a YouTube Short, which needs to be SEO optimized. Let me go ahead and put this into ChatGPT. And finally, a third laddered portion of the prompt. This instruction is related to additional requirements, things like captions and hashtags, titles and tags, and suggestions for music. Let me put this into ChatGPT as well. Now then, let's get ChatGPT to do its thing. Just as it's been instructed, ChatGPT has provided 10 suitable and compelling topics to go with. Let me go ahead and select the last one and instruct ChatGPT to proceed with it. The model rapidly understood the instructions and has generated a response. First, the Instagram Reel script, which has been broken down scene by scene with timestamps for each. In each scene, the models outlined what the footage or shot should be, a script for what needs to be said, and including any captions or on-screen text. The models even provided what kind of transitions to use. The reel itself has 5 scenes and ends at 60 seconds long. As instructed, ChatGPT has provided a story edit, which is 30 seconds long. With the same topic, it's provided a YouTube Short, which is 60 seconds long. And here too, it's been split scene by scene, ensuring there's a build-up towards the end, and ending with a strong CTA. For each of these, the reel, story, and the YouTube Short, ChatGPT has provided requirements and suggestions for use during the asset upload, including things like captions, keywords, hashtags, title, and editing. For YouTube, the description has been SEO optimized. Having read through all of this, much of it might be in the manner in which a capable copywriter could have drafted these. Next, let's look at a static post. Static posts are useful for reinforcing brand, making announcements, quick engagement, then for sharing educational content and visual storytelling like infographics. In this instance, we'll be looking at a static post for Facebook. Static posts are good for brands, organizations, and individuals who need to provide one-look consumption content. These are good for posting onto brand pages, onto groups, and to event pages. And they're easily shareable too. Now, popular types of static posts include memes, infographics, quotes, product photos, behind-the-scene activities, brand-related UGC or user-generated content, announcements, questions, and eye-catching visual scenes. When developing a static post, you'll need to consider aspects like image ratio. For mobile viewing, for instance, the ideal ratio would be 1:1 or 1080 by 1080 pixels. Also consider your captions. Of course, use appropriate hashtags for discoverability and a call to action if it's needed. For this demonstration, I'll look at a B2B example, specifically for a page post that is intended to be shared to various groups. As always, the first portion of the prompt is who you are and what you want to achieve. In this scenario, it's a webinar announcement themed Meta, Facebook, and Instagram marketing and advertising. Let me put this part into ChatGPT and continue. The second portion here, as usual, is regarding the audience. In this case, the audience is marketing heads, entrepreneurs, and business heads across industries. And the value proposition for them is catapult performance. Let me place this in with the rest of the prompt. After this, how should ChatGPT respond? In this scenario, it's as a B2B communication specialist. The tone is business formal and ChatGPT is required to keep its response concise. Let me add this in as well. Now, ChatGPT will need to take a few steps. The first is to create 3 options for the static post, including captions, any image headlines and subheads, the CTA, and I'll need to select the most suitable one. I'll go ahead and put in this first instruction. The second instruction is to take the selected post with any modification suggestions and then to generate an updated caption and a suitable background image. The image itself will need to accommodate a headline and additional copies. A brand-related visual style has been indicated, so I'll go ahead and add this to the prompt as well. And finally, there's a third instruction. This one is to prepare a separate caption that will be utilized to share the original post to various related Facebook groups. Let's add this to the rest of the prompt and go ahead. Here we go. So ChatGPT has provided 3 options with a caption, headline, subhead, and CTA for each. The first one's headline goes Unlock Meta Mastery, which comes across as something important, and the subhead mentions limited seats, which pulls in a little fear of missing out. The second caption is posed as a question, where the image itself holds the answer. Here the subhead mentions Secure Your Spot, which indicates there's some competition to achieve it, and this is highlighted by the CTA, which mentions Exclusive Access. The third option tackles a business-centric need, that's ROI. For this demonstration, I'll go ahead with option 2. However, in a real-world scenario, I'd likely go with all 3, posted on separate days leading up to the event. So the instruction to ChatGPT to proceed with option 2. ChatGPT has gone ahead and expanded the caption and provided suggestions on the image. The models also looked at how to place the headline, subhead, and the CTA button on the image. And finally, there's a suitable caption for sharing onto related Facebook groups. Based on the image recommendations, here's the prompt to generate the image itself. The image looks modern, displaying executives in an open layout corporate office and queues in high performance. And there's enough space for all the image copy on the top. Great! Next, let's look at an Instagram carousel. Carousel posts are interesting because they take on the role of storytelling. They let you take your audience through a journey. And the great part is you can use mixed media. static images, and videos. So in this demonstration, let's look at a mixed media Instagram carousel. Let's get right to the prompt. First off, who you are and what you want to accomplish. In this scenario, the theme I've chosen is email marketing, and the topic here is drip marketing, retaining and building consumer top of mind. Let me put this into ChatGPT and continue with the prompt. Then the audience, you've seen this one before. It's high growth trailblazers. Let me add this to the prompt. Then we have ChatGPT's behavior. In this case, a chief digital officer with a specialization in email marketing. I'll go ahead and add this to the prompt as well. Finally, there are a few formatting instructions. The first related to the carousel and the storyline for drip marketing. Then an instruction specific to the videos in the carousel. And finally, an instruction asking ChatGPT to suggest the kind of images to go with the carousel content. So let me add this in as well. And now we let ChatGPT do its thing. Here we go. The model took no time at all. It's provided a fairly compelling caption, a 30-second scene-by-scene video script introducing drip marketing. Then individual images to go into the carousel, each looking at an RTB or a benefit. It's provided placeholder stats in a usage scenario, and this is something that you will need to keep an eye out for because any stats you publish should be backed up with verifiable data. At the very end, it's provided another 30-second video to wrap up the story, leading up to the CTA with a question, ready to lead with drip marketing, and then going on to answer it. The models wrapped up the response with a summary of the carousel, specifying the order in which to publish the content. Very handy indeed. Let's look at some simpler posts next. First, a LinkedIn static post, sharing the link to an article. LinkedIn is centric for brands and organizations to build credibility, and there are numerous post types available. These include text posts, image posts, video posts, document posts like PDFs or presentations, articles, and polls. In the previous lesson, we had seen how to create an article. One of the more popular types of LinkedIn posts is article sharing. When sharing, it's important to put together a compelling caption. Let's look at how to accomplish this. The first step is letting ChatGPT know who you are and what you want to accomplish. Let's insert this portion of the prompt into ChatGPT. After that, contextual information, including details about your audience and any key points you want to highlight. In this instance, it includes the PDF of the article for ChatGPT's reference. Let me include this portion of the prompt and continue. After this, you'll want to let ChatGPT know how to behave. I'll go ahead and add this portion into the prompt as well. And finally, an instruction on how the response needs to be formatted. Let's place this in as well. I'll also need to upload the content of the article. Here we go. And then I'll let ChatGPT respond. As instructed, ChatGPT has responded with 3 caption options. Each of these begins with a compelling hook. The first, ready to future-proof your digital strategy. The second, unlock the secret to long-term success. And the third is your digital strategy built for the future. Each of the captions go on to provide a very concise and compelling reason to jump into the article. Just remember, while your response requirement may be short form, in this case a caption, always be sure to provide ChatGPT with all the contextual information you have available. Next, let's look at a text post, which could be useful for X, previously Twitter, or for Threads. Twitter, which is now X, and Threads have evolved into what I call point-of-view platforms. They're great for posting and responding to brand or organization updates, holding text-based public discourses, creating awareness, sharing fresh content, and for insight or opinion-centric branding. For this demonstration, I'll use a prompt aimed at getting users' opinions about the topic, how to engage and grow an audience with community marketing. After we see the response to this, I'll make minor modifications to the original prompt to get a threaded series of text posts to impart topic-related know-how while still aiming to draw user interaction to each individual threaded post. Let's do this! As before, I'm beginning with who I am and what I want to accomplish. Let me place this part of the prompt in. Here we go. The next portion of the prompt provides ChatGPT with context to the topic and the audience. So I insert this into ChatGPT as well. And then there's the portion of the prompt that lets ChatGPT know how to behave, along with an instruction to ask for any clarifications if the model needs to. Adding this to the prompt as well, and let's hit enter. And the model's jumped into the objective of the tweet by putting across the topic posed as a question. Having a question in there immediately teases users into sharing a response. To actually get users to respond, however, ChatGPT's followed the question with a call to action: share your tips. Most of the keywords and phrases related to the topic have been utilized in a very fluid manner. But say you wanted to get conversation started on subtopics, which could help get more information across, thereby being educational and possibly more discoverable, we could go ahead with a series of posts as a threaded tweet that'll only require a minor modification of what's needed. Let's start afresh, and I'll insert the prompt directly into ChatGPT and highlight the change. I've used the same prompt as earlier with two minor modifications. The first, instead of being a single post, now becomes into a series of 8 threaded social media text posts. And the second is to get users' opinions about each post instead of the single one mentioned earlier. So let's go ahead and get the content. So ChatGPT has quickly responded with the posts as needed. It's begun the series of threaded posts by mentioning community marketing, which is the topic, and each post from here, including the first, has a subtopic related question to tickle a response, and each post uses contextually relevant hashtags for discoverability. Of course, you can get ChatGPT to separately generate images or suggestions on what images to use to go along with each of these posts. Next, let's quickly see how to generate a social media calendar. One of the more frequent and repetitive needs of most socially active brands or businesses is creating an executable social media calendar. A calendar is important so as to be able to plan ahead, allocate resources, and map out content in sync with business needs. Let's quickly look at how this may be made possible. To demonstrate, I'm going to utilize a single topic and prompt ChatGPT to generate a calendar of post topics around it. Of course, you can provide multiple topics as well. This will be a slightly complex prompt, so I'll read out portions of it. Let's do this. So the first part of the prompt, who I am and what I want to accomplish. I am a digital marketing professional with C-suite experience. I need to create a theme-specific content calendar spanning 1 month. I will use this calendar to create and schedule content on a Facebook page, Instagram page, LinkedIn page, YouTube channel, and Twitter page. Keep it relevant for people of India and South Asia. My goal is to generate user awareness and engagement. My topic is optimal use of social media channels. Its features are omni-channel communication, opti-channel communication, and multi-channel communication. Let me place this portion of the prompt into ChatGPT and let's continue. Now the audience and audience-specific cues. The core audience information I'm retaining from previous posts. My target audience is high-growth trailblazers ages 25 to 34, millennials or Gen Y, college graduates in the field of digital marketing and digital advertising. They're interested in mentorship, insights and tips, building relationships, the cutting edge, and watching television or streaming media. Most are risk-averse, value-driven, economizers, loyalists, and premium chasers. They value simplicity, community, inclusion, sustainability, and experience. They want career advancement, stability, and recognition. They have a fear of missing out. The key benefits to the audience are broader reach, enhanced engagement, improved customer experience. Utilize the USPs, engagement, LCV, increased trust. Its customer value propositions are: get higher overall engagement, get multi-platform user behavior data, deploy consistently. Let me go ahead and add this to the prompt. Now, how should the model behave? Act as a social media manager. Please respond in third person, keeping the length of responses in depth, 1800 to 2500 words. Generate and format your responses as tables. Do provide positive opinion while keeping the tone of voice conversational with a language style that is persuasive. You can use contextual jargon, and detailing can be in the form of narrative details. Examples and/or analogies may be used, and if used, they should be simple examples. Expertise level should be suitable for practitioners and be industry agnostic. The response formality needs to be conversational formal with an emotional tone that is optimistic. Generate your responses as a table containing a calendar of posts across the mentioned social media channels, covering a range of topics under the key topic and utilizing the features, benefits, and keywords as individual talking points for each post. Let's place this in as well. Now for a few calendar specific instructions. The calendar must consider the topic for the posting day with a sample post with any hashtags or platform specific discoverability features and suggested image, the optimal formats for the post, and the optimal time to post. Organize similar topics across platforms each week. Following are the channel requirements. Facebook, 3 posts per week. Instagram, 4 posts per week, 3 stories per week, which will also be placed on Facebook. LinkedIn, 4 posts per week, and 1 video shared from the brand's YouTube channel. The caption for this will be required. YouTube, 1 video with script, topic, and description per week. Twitter, 1 daily text and image post, 2 Twitter threads comprising 6 tweets each of a single topic, 1 YouTube video share. Caption for this will be required. Please generate the complete social media calendar for each day of the month for 1 month, distributing the number of posts per day across channels. Let me insert this along with the rest of the prompt and hit enter. ChatGPT has responded by first recapping the requirements and then providing the calendar broken down week-wise, comprising the day, the platforms on which to post, the topics for that particular platform for the day, sample posts, optimal format for the post, suggested image or video to go along with it, and the optimal time to schedule the post. It's distributed the posts according to the instructions across platforms for each day of the week, just as instructed. And as needed, it's performed the action week-wise. Very importantly, this is an implementable calendar. You can use the model to regenerate content as you see fit for each post. Although the sample posts themselves seem to me to be spot on. Now it's time to get some practice in. Select a topic and generate a YouTube video script, a threaded tweet or carousel post, and a multi-channel social media calendar for 2 weeks. In the next lesson, we'll look at a few useful examples of using ChatGPT to generate digital marketing ads. See you soon.